When we think of the Holy Knights in the world of One Piece, a few things that come to mind are the Mark of the Abyss, invincibility, immortality, and perfect regeneration. But what if I told you that their greatest strength is actually their biggest weakness? My name is Harsh and I welcome you all to the Anime Junction. Today we are diving into why these godlike beings might actually be some of the most hollow fighters in the series. Eiichiro Oda, the author or mangaka, is a master of deception as well as foreshadowing. There are countless mysteries in the world of One Piece. What I want to bring to the table is the mystery that's written between the lines. The Holy Knights are introduced by Monkey D. Dragon during Sabo's retelling of the events of Marijoa, the Holy Land of the Celestial Dragons. The Holy Knights are acknowledged by Monkey D. Dragon as the ultimate power for the Celestial Dragons, and their participation in the events will be the signal for Revolutionary Army to make a move. But from what we have seen of their power, it feels different. It's neither the raw strength of a battle-hardened Marine Admiral, nor a trained Cypher Pol agent, or even of a pirate Emperor from the New World, who are basically engaging in the survival of the fittest. It's somewhat mechanical. Because they can't be killed, they have never had to fight for their lives. This isn't the strength, it's just a cheat code, but potentially mediocre in a real team fight. And I have a pretty good guess why that's the case. This immortality creates a paradox that they are invincible, only on paper. Look at their design. They look fit, well built, and physically imposing, but look closer at their lineage. After all, they are celestial dragons. Despite the muscles and the power, the core ideology of being above everyone else still lingers. We see how lazy and bossy the celestial dragons are, and I believe that even the Holy Knights suffer from this mental rot. Why train until your lungs burn out when you are a god who can't die? And that arrogance, my friend, was a psychological flaw waiting to be exploited. Take the introduction of Gunko and Shamrock. Gunko laid down a torturous beating on Loki. It was brutal. Look at the context. She used her Devil Fruit powers without a hint of Haki being infused. You can argue that since Loki is chained with Sea Stone, therefore unable to use his Devil Fruit, and that in my opinion is a deliberate attempt by Oda at misdirecting the readers. After this, Loki threatens with vengeance for his fallen friends, by which Shamrock is triggered and proceeds to attack Loki. He wasn't just attacking or fighting, he was performing. He states that Loki isn't even worthy of getting his hands dirty, the typical celestial dragon attitude. Not once did he use a direct blow or even a Haki infused attack. He relied on his biting blade, a mythical zone fruit bound to his weapon. He acted like a superior being while Loki was literally bound by sea stone cuffs. It is the ultimate display of grandeur disguised as power. Inviting someone into your fold when they are chained up isn't a show of strength, it's a show of insecurity. Let's take a closer look at the God Valley flashback, where the Tournament of Tyranny took place, sponsored by the Celestial Dragons. A hack and slash game where the natives or the rabbits of the island were hunted for their sheer fun and pleasure. Here we find further proof that regenerative invincibility alone is a hollow power. Rox D. Zebek brought down the wrath upon the Holy Knights present there. He didn't care about their titles or their regeneration. He absolutely dismantled the three Holy Knights, specifically Figgle and Garlic, who was later anointed as the champion of God Valley, yet another pretense. When a force of nature like rock hits you, status doesn't matter. The only thing matters is your strength and your will. It proves that when arrogance of the celestial dragon meets overwhelming genuine power, the invincible crumbles. Moving on to the fan favorites in the Holy Knights. This duo of Saint Killingham and Somers make kidnapping of the Elbaf children into a sick and twisted game, completely relying on their devil fruits. These Holy Knights are a perfect portrayal of everything wrong with the world government and their outlook at the general population of the world. The ecstasy Somers displays when the children and their parents are about to fall off the branch to the underworld is enough to label him a narcissistic psychopath. On the other hand, Killingham is wreaking havoc across the island by proxy of his dream demons, created by the fear in the children's nightmares. At this moment, one might think that these knights are powerful, but their incompetence is shown when Sanji easily one-shots Killingham. Even Somers was not a challenge for Luffy, getting the same treatment as his colleague. This easy win over the Holy Knights is a surprise for everyone. The Straw Hats are left wondering what sort of elite combat squad these knights are when they have no real power. I believe this all goes back to Emu. They are the source behind the abyssal powers of the Holy Knights. Haki is the power of will which the Holy Knights have submitted to Emu. I'm going back through the manga and I'm looking forward to the introduction in the anime to see if there are more hidden details about their combat style or lack thereof. But what do you think? Are the Holy Knights actually top tier or are they just playing God? Or is it a misdirection from Oda? Let me know in the comments, like and subscribe, for there is more to come.